Jumping on we're jumping on a few minutes early.
Oh, a lot of minutes early, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case someone's sitting there, you can email us or text us.
Yeah.
Tell us you're there. I see someone's waiting.
Oh. And we wanted to just make sure we could do this. So.
Yes. So we come early to make sure it works. Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice backdrop.
It is. Very nice.
So for those of you that are here early, I have been able to, we got here at 3 o'clock today. First day we got someplace at a decent hour, allowed us to take a shower and to get ready and look presentable and sort of.
I didn't get ready, but
You're kind of ready.
But we don't want to go into everything yet. I mean, but if you email or text us,
Send them
questions, we can answer them and we can have a conversation.
Send a
Please.
comment.
How do you do it?
A comment.
Can you
write a
explain?
comment? You
just in
hit
the comments.
Yeah.
Hit the comments and write the comments.
If you'll see that I just put my jacket on. Today was warm. It was only 75 degrees, but it felt warm.
It was, yeah.
But in the morning, it was chilly and there was a breeze. So I had goosebumps for hours.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like hot. But today, we're in a very small town. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yep.
While we wait for people to join, and maybe I'll take a sip of my wine, my vino.
So
Vino
we have,
Rosso. Vino Rosso.
This is like
Secco.
wine that was made here.
Yeah,
I believe.
So we got a bottle. We asked for a bottle from the restaurant where we're staying, and there was no label on it, so it must be a very local wine. I don't know if you can hear the church bells.
That means it's 6, but
It's 5 minutes at 6. It gives
I know,
people
but-
5 minutes to get to church.
oh no, that's not a good thing. Let me get you something else. Not my phone.
Okay.
Be right back.
Okay. Anne-Marie's coming back in a minute. This one will have to hold it in the air. But we're in a very beautiful, beautiful area. You can see the mountains behind us. And
Is that gonna work?
I think that's way too high, but turn it sideways. Come closer. Thank you. All right. That's better. Thank you. 4 more minutes. Sorry for those that are having to wait. But yeah, tell us. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's another Susan. Thanks for streaming. Wondering, one, coconut oil better for feet instead of, that's a good question. We don't know if coconut oil is better. We've only used Vaseline. Vaseline actually is really easy to carry.
But you can
actually small container, and maybe coconut oil would get, if it got hot, it would get liquidy.
Oh, true.
So
But you can eat coconut oil.
So if you get really hungry, you can eat your.
But I like the liquid. You don't want liquid all over.
So maybe it'd be better to do Vaseline because of that. Because if it's hot, it might. Yeah. So there's our answer, sort of, kind of.
Check off that list.
Where are you from, Susan A? Tell us where you're from. You've got a great name, just saying. And put your jacket a little. There you go. Thank you. So okay, a couple more minutes. Oh, Susan. Okay.
Oh.
Best oil for bed bugs before you sleep. Have you ever found any? What'd you do when you find them? Okay. So, from Michigan, formerly Florida.
Okay.
Okay.
Answer that.
Bed bugs. Okay. This is our 4th Camino. We have found bed bugs once. And it was in a very nice hotel in
Santiago.
In Santiago. So we always check the bed for bed bugs.
Right.
But what we didn't do is check the blanket that we took out of the closet.
we think. But
Yeah. And we had stayed there 2 nights, and we didn't see them until after the morning of the third, after the 2 nights.
yes.
So we were a little freaked out.
Well, the morning that we were going to leave, we were getting ready, and they were,
Like crawling.
oh, it was
They
horribly
were-
disgusting. And for the best oil, I have no idea about that.
You know, I've read different things, and there's really
Sorry,
now we're
bugs.
feeling bugs. Now I don't know if there's anything specific. We do spray our backpacks with a bed bug spray, but we
And-
just don't put any of your clothes or backpack on the bed.
Right. And when we got home, I personally put my backpack in the garage for 3 months because
Yeah.
I was freaked out. But
And I put my backpack in the dryer because if you dry something,
Oh.
and it was fine. I was a little worried about the backpack, but it did fine.
and then
So,
I put it in the dryer, like high heat.
yeah,
For
high heat.
how long?
I don't know.
Hour.
And so we didn't have any issues in
Yeah,
terms of bringing them back, but it's always a fear. We always check the bed. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
that's what we did tonight.
Yep. Every night.
Every night. So now if we grab a blanket from the closet or another bed in the room, we also check them
What
too.
do you know what the spray is that you use for the backpack?
It starts
Is
with a
it-
P.
Starts with a P. There you go. I think that's what she's
I
asking.
think that in one of our packing videos we do talk about the spray. Yeah, so
All
you can
right.
check that.
It's 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. So we would like to say ciao from Ceselli.
Ceselli.
We're in Ceselli, and we started today in Arona, and we finally got a decent start on our day. We've been getting a late start, but today we did good. We did 10.6 miles. It was mainly flat. It was mainly flat, and it was a nice, pleasant walk. And our first stop for lunch, we got to this little town starts with an F. Can't remember.
Yeah.
But there was a little place you can get a coffee, and then there was a little a little market next door. And in the market, they had fresh bread and salami. So we got sandwiches made with salami and cheese, and
we got a tomato.
Yeah.
And they cut it up and
put it
black
on.
olives.
And black olives.
A can, and we put it on there later.
and we had lettuce.
It's great.
We carry lettuce with
Yes.
us.
Yeah, so we have a full, nice sandwich, and she puts olive oil on. But I
Yeah.
would suggest that you bring olive oil with you or
Or
mayonnaise packets.
Yeah.
Thanks. Anyways, that was great. But the best part of this town that started with an F, like Fagioli or, I don't know, you'll know. It's between Arona and
Ceselli.
Ceselli. And there is a mummy museum. And it was amazing.
It was really cool. So when you go, no matter what language you speak, they have a informational packet that talks about. So it talks about all the different mummies and explains
Right.
about them in the language you speak.
Right, which is great because we've
Yeah.
been to a mummy museum in Mexico,
Guanajuato.
in Guanajuato, Mexico, and they didn't have like the English, so it was hard.
Yeah.
This was wonderful, and it was €4 each,
€4.
and definitely worth it.
So
Don't miss it.
it is actually it's in a crypt underneath the current church. And what they found was that it was a natural mummification. Is that a word? But basically, it's the limestone, the soil, the water, and it just mummified people.
They wrapped them, and it was it was the old church and the new church, which is like
13th century. I
13th
think?
century, and then the 14th century church, give
Yeah.
or take a century, was built on top, and then in 1801 or something like that,
They had to exhume the
exhumed
bodies.
the bodies because Napoleon didn't want bodies in the towns. That's what I read, and they needed to exhume them, and they found
They were all
these
mummified. And so there was like doctors or I don't know,
Lawyers, a
scientists
lawyer,
that
but-
went and actually studied this because
Right.
it was such a unique phenomenon
Mm-hmm.
of the area. So it was really, really interesting. Definitely,
Definitely go.
definitely worth a stop. And
So we'll
yeah,
go on to the
and
next.
then we met a ton of more pilgrims today.
Oh yeah, compared to our 5 a day, the last 3 days, today we probably met like 10.
Yeah.
Much more, especially at that square at the F Town, sorry, where the mummies are. And then we met a couple that was from England that's walking from Rome to Assisi like we are.
Yeah, but everybody
The
else is
first-
still walking the other direction.
Other direction.
We did meet a couple that were from the Czech Republic,
Yep.
and one of them was from Prague, which is pretty cool because we are heading to Prague after we finish our Camino for a couple days. So that
Yep,
was kind of neat.
That was neat.
And
So we have 4 people that we've met that are heading to Assisi. Like,
in our direction.
in our direction.
So hopefully we'll get a chance to run into them again
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are in Ceselli.
Oh,
Ceselli has 138 people.
Something like that.
So really, really small. And they have one restaurant in town, and it's only open on weekends. And the restaurant's actually where we're staying, and we can smell them cooking, and it's
They're cooking.
unbelievable. Like we
And-
can smell it right now.
And let me say, this is a great relax day because there's no town to explore and you don't feel like you're missing out on something. You can
Oh,
just
there's a
relax.
little historic town
Yeah,
with a
but-
church, but
Yeah, there is. But
we decided just to chill, and we got
Yeah.
here at 3:00 today, which is highly unusual.
oh, you want to talk about what happened on the way
Oh.
here? You go ahead.
Okay, so we're walking along,
Yep.
and all of a sudden we see this sign that says there's a detour because of a landslide,
Right.
and it says it actually is in several languages, and it says that walkers need to take the bike path instead because of the landslide. Mm-hmm. So we start walking that way, and the bike path is on a highway with 70 to 100 mile,
miles an hour.
well, not miles, kilometers an hour.
Whatever, it was
but
70
very fast.
kilometers.
It's like a highway.
So, and there's a lot of motorcycles, and on the weekends, like the dirt bikes go down there really fast.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very, very
we'll tell
dangerous.
you more about that later, but
So we were like, is this right? Can this possibly, because there's no shoulder. It was really scary, really dangerous to walk on. So we were like, should we just, because it was the last 2.6 kilometers.
Yeah.
And we're like, should we
So-
just hitchhike and just be safe?
Yes.
And not worry about
So
being
there's-
hit.
a pull off on the roads. We're like, this is a great pull off. We can hitchhike. A lot of cars went by us, but then a gentleman pulled over and he had his wife there
And
in
his-
the car and his 3-year-old son.
Yeah.
And he was like, where are you going? And what's going on? And we told him about the landslide. We're not sure. We could walk. We want to walk.
Yeah.
But this highway is very dangerous. And he told us that, yes, the highway is very dangerous. There's a lot of motorcycle, like dirt bikes going down the highway, and they've been flying by. He goes, especially on the weekends. And it's Saturday.
Yeah.
And he goes, you'll see a lot of flowers along the highway of where
Crosses and flowers.
people
died. Yeah.
from that. So we're like,
So we were very thankful that they picked us up.
yep.
And they drove us to Ceselli and dropped us off.
Yep.
And then a guy that lived here on a motorcycle
Yeah.
was about to leave. He told us the direction we needed to go to get to our accommodations.
Yep. And we found out that eventually we found out after talking to people that you could go through this section. And what people had to do is walk through the danger section, the
Yeah.
landslide, but they were able to get through.
Yeah.
Others.
So a lot of people just ignored the sign and kept
Yeah.
going.
Or didn't see the sign.
we-
Or
we
didn't
just
read it. It was in English too.
Yeah, so we're like, "Ugh." So
So-
anyway, if you are walking or if you're or coming through, and this is like a permanent sign too. So
Yeah.
just stay on
Keep
the
going.
the
The Camino.
the Camino, and
Yep.
you can get around. We have another question from Susan. How hilly and difficult has this Camino been? Nice hostels thus far. So in terms of hilliness, the last 2 days have been good. Then we had a hilly day. I know the southern route, which is what we're doing, the Rome to Assisi, is a lot less hilly than the northern route.
Tuscany.
And that is from La Verna or Florence, if you start from the beginning, to Assisi, and that I hear is really, really hilly.
Yep.
Like really hilly. But the segment we're on, the southern route, is not bad.
Not at all.
Tomorrow we do have supposedly a difficult day.
That's what Rita says from our last accommodation.
Yeah. And
But,
what we've
you know,
read in
and-
the book.
Right.
So we're climb, and then go down.
But I don't think it's that bad.
We'll let you know tomorrow.
We had one day that was hilly, one day so far.
Yeah.
And
One
I
real-
like it though. I
But
like
it's-
it better than flat. I really do. I like up and down. I don't
Yeah.
like down so much. But
Again, we keep seeing, we see so many hilltop medieval villages that we passed one, and Amory is like, she didn't say anything, and I'm like,
I
oh my
know.
God, look at that.
We
She's
were-
like,
we were
"Oh,
talking
I'm just
about
so used
olive
to
oil."
seeing it."
And I
Oh,
was
yeah.
and I was like looking at that, and you're like, oh my God, look at that. And I'm like, oh yeah, I saw that. And you're like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, oh, well, there are millions of them around here.
It's so cool.
So,
It's so cool.
talk about olive oil.
Yeah.
The Bertini olive oil that we get in United States. We'll let them go. The Bertini pasta, the Bertini olive oil. We went through their vineyards, and it was amazing.
There
and
are so many, like so
Olive.
many olive trees.
Right.
And I guess they're all over the mountain and up and over onto the other side of the valley. And it was pretty amazing. It was beautiful. It was just so, so pretty.
I'm just going to show you.
Bartolini.
Bartolini. Everybody probably knows that. Anyways, there was a lady. They were picking weeds. We thought.
Well, we thought she was
But-
in this huge grove
In the
of
olives.
trees.
And it was the late morning, and we were like, "What? Are you part of the family, or do you live here? Are you a worker?" And she said she's a friend of the family, and she lives here, and she would never want to live anywhere else. It's so beautiful.
She loves it.
And she was picking
Chicory.
chicory
Yeah.
for her pets as well as soup for
Yeah.
humans. And then she invited us to her home for a
Lunch.
meal or lunch, and we had just eaten. And I'm like, oh,
I know.
it was so great.
It was so sweet that she invited us.
That would've
When
been
she
great.
found out we were pilgrims, she was
Uh-huh.
so wonderful.
Ciao, ciao.
So, hi. We have a family here. We have a 2-year-old Emma right on the other side of us, and there's Nona. Is Emma's
Nona?
Yeah, I asked. So yeah,
Oh,
she says I'm
Nona.
Nona.
It's
And-
such a family place. It's
Yeah,
so wonderful.
It's like it's a
Would you
family
like to walk
home.
around? Look at
Oh,
the pool? Would you
yeah.
like to look at the pool?
So there's a pool here. Okay, we're gonna just swing around and give you a little tour.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to. So this.
Is that hard to get up to?
Yeah, I'm a little sore today.
Ah.
So I'm actually gonna. Well, we'll swing you around in a minute. You can see where we're sitting back there. It's a really great house, and there is a pool here. I'm gonna swing around. And it's not quite the color you'd want for a pool. It's past the season, and most of the pools we've passed have covers on them, but this one is a fluorescent green. So not really fabulous, but you can just kind of see where we are. I don't know if you can see it, but way up there, I just noticed there's another medieval village up there,
Oh, Sue.
which is so cool. Anne-Marie is going to duet. Okay, is anybody
imagine
here
if I
that's
fell
on?
in?
Anybody want to say that she should jump in
Oh, no.
this
Oh,
green?
my God. Oh, there's a dead frog in there.
Oh,
Oh.
So probably
Not kidding.
Probably not.
There's a dead frog, big one.
Ew.
Toad.
So we're going to. So this is the place that we're at, and should we go up and just show them
No.
the dinner?
Nah.
Well, we can. There's some tables up there, and
Come back. Sorry.
there's a house up
Oh,
there.
there's dead frog. Oh.
Just swing around. It's a
Lavender.
really beautiful property.
Lavender.
Lavender.
Okay, I think we've run out of our time.
Oh, we have?
Yeah.
Okay, jump in. Shaky Clover.
Oh, jump in?
Isaac.
No way.
Jump in the green.
No way.
Oh, that is.
Oh,
That's
show
a-
the dead frog. No, you have to.
That color is
Just show the dead frog. 'Cause it's
just
disgusting.
really kind of
Show the dead frog.
unbelievable.
Come on.
Yeah, Shaky Clover said yes. Jump in.
Show the dead frog right
Wait
there.
a minute. Really?
Yeah.
With the dead frog?
Oh,
With the dead frog. No.
oh, poor guy.
Aw.
Poor guy.
Oh,
that's
you'd probably
very-
come out looking like, I don't know, fluorescent too.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful place. It looks like we've got some clouds forming. And
Oh, we're gonna have a meal soon.
7:30. So now
Yeah.
we're in 15
They're
minutes.
making the meal now, and it's gonna
We'll
be
flip
awesome.
around. It smells so good. We're so excited. And so tomorrow we head off to Spoleto, and then we have a day off. And we're so excited. Oh, Susan, buen camino, or whatever the Italians for saying. Okay, so it's bon camino.
Bone.
Go-
Yeah,
Bone
bone camino.
camino.
It is.
Yep.
Here.
So it's
Bone.
we've had another beautiful day, no rain, thank God. Tomorrow is supposed to be nice too, and we have some rain in the forecast, but hopefully it'll change before we get there. So we're excited about Spoleto. We'll have 2 nights there, and we can relax. And tomorrow we'll get up early
great.
because it's going to be a hard day.
6 in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah.
Leave by 7, probably 7.
Yeah,
And yeah,
we get this beautiful pool behind us.
I'm not going in. Man.
So I think that's kind of a good
Well,
summary
yeah.
from today.
What else? Anybody else out there before we leave? Right. We have great videos like
Oh,
today. So watch soon. About a month. We'll
about
be
a month,
posting
we'll
them.
be posting a video with highlights from each day, so you can actually see what the Camino looks like. Oh, thank you, Erin. We're
Having fun.
We are having fun, and it's such a beautiful countryside, and
And-
Umbria is amazing.
Oh, and your Wi-Fi special thing is working very
Yes.
well.
So I bought a data plan, so because the Wi-Fi here is horrible, so we are able to actually do this without being blurry. I hope.
This is great.
Yes.
It's working well. Let's go.
So, so we're gonna go back and relax, put our feet up a little, and we weren't the last ones to arrive today.
Yeah.
We're usually the last ones to arrive. Where'd you go? There you are.
Got the dead cat right here.
Yes.
It's the microphone.
AK
It's
dead
been
cat.
working great. Wait till you see the new videos because
I know.
I'm like way ahead talking or
Oh, I know. We talk over each other because we don't even
sometimes,
hear each
but
other.
sometimes funny because
Let's swing around and look at this beautiful house one more time before we leave. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There it is.
What do you got?
Susan, yes, good signal. Oh, thank you. Hoping Android phones will work for me later. You never know. We are using, I'm using a data plan by Ola. Ola eSIM.
Mexico?
No, just Ola eSIM. And you pay for the number of days you need. So that's it. So, Amory, where'd you go?
Sorry, I was gonna get my jacket, my puffy jacket.
It's getting chilly.
Okay.
So we love you all. Thank you so much for
Hey,
joining
we
us.
had 60 people yesterday watching our live.
Yes.
We
it's
don't know
so
until we
nice.
end, so we're
Yeah.
excited.
So
Thank you so much.
We really, really appreciate you joining us on our adventure, and we will talk to you tomorrow night in Spoleto.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.